So there are several key trends shaping the European data sharing market, which are particularly relevant to the role of SMEs. In this video, we'll look a bit more closely at several of them. Shifting from data markets to collaborative data ecosystems. The initial enthusiasm for data markets, where data could be bought and sold like commodities, has waned due to challenges like data valuation, trust, and the reluctance of companies to share sensitive data. The focus is now shifting towards building collaborative data ecosystems where businesses engage in bilateral or multilateral partnerships to develop joint use cases and share the resulting benefits. This shift is driven by a recognition that data sharing requires a more intimate basis built on trust and mutual benefit, moving beyond the transactional nature of data markets. Funding agencies are increasingly promoting multi-stakeholder projects to encourage this collaborative approach, emphasizing data security and shared value creation. Emphasis on data sovereignty and control. The next trend has seen a greater focus placed on data sovereignty and control. The EU's regulatory landscape, as exemplified by the Data Act, is evolving to strengthen data sovereignty and ensure fairness in data sharing, particularly in B2B contexts. Data sovereignty emphasizes the right of individuals and organizations to control their data, determining how it is used and shared. This trend is driving the development of European data spaces, envisioned as secure and trusted environments for data sharing within specific sectors or domains. This is a focus of EU legislation. Of course, the GDPR set the global model for how individuals have control over their personal data and how companies can use that. Nowadays, businesses need to be aware of the content of datasets they may use or share, and tools are being developed to ensure that all relevant legislation is being followed when sharing data. Data control and sovereignty are concerns for SMEs because often many of the tools they are using in their day-to-day business are storing data elsewhere. Understanding what legislation they need to comply with and where their data goes can be more challenging than many companies expect. It is not just a question of where your data is stored. It is also a question of who can access your data. Different legislative regimes may require access to that data that companies have stored, even if it is intended to be secured. The importance of data value chains and business model innovation. The final trend we will discuss is the growth of data value chains and the impact of data on business models. We should distinguish between data-centric and data-driven business models, as in the former, data and its use is considered a separate activity to regular business operations that comes after other business functions have taken place. Instead, data-driven business models enable data analytics and insights to be integrated holistically into business operations at all levels, providing the maximum value and largest impact. Data-driven business models leverage data to optimize existing processes, create new service, and transform traditional industries. This requires SMEs to rethink their key activities, resources, and revenue streams to fully capitalize on the potential of data. Understanding the different stages of the data value chain, from raw data to information and knowledge, is crucial for capturing value and identifying the most appropriate role for a business in the data economy. Data catalogs are gaining importance as tools for increasing transparency in data markets, allowing SMEs to better understand data availability and pricing. As data shifts from being stored centrally to being stored on the edge, by 2025 it is estimated that 80% of the expected 175 zettabytes will be stored locally on edge networks. Collaborative data sharing models are expected to gain prominence. These trends are some of the key features that companies should be aware of when evaluating their role in the data economy and how they can support their business through data use.